So 2026 is starting off with a bang. This time next week I will be in Canberra for the Crimson Brush painting competition. The Crimson Brush is Australia's premier painting competition, particularly for display painting, and it's something that I have helped create and run and organise since its inception back in 2020. And this year I will be heading up again to enter a couple of models. Normally for these kinds of events, I have a bunch of models that I've been working on that I get to take and show off there. But this last year, 2025, I focused purely on miniature wargaming and then a lot of other hobbies. So overall, I don't have a lot of display painted stuff that I'm going to take this year, but I will show you what I have got. This is my Ki-Adi-Mundi miniature. It's a 3D print from Skullforge Studios. This battle droid, or the two battle droids on here from Star Wars Legion. This was the first display project I should say, that I completed back in 2025. I think it was around February, March. One of the only major display projects I did that entire year that I will be taking to Crimson. It was a blast of a model to paint. I really spent a lot of time working on his face. At the time I saw there was a bit of a trend around where people were like painting just Space Marine heads, and I wanted to give that a go. But on Star Wars models, because I'm not really interested in Space Marines. It's definitely the only real hardcore display painted thing that I focused on for the year. One of my favourite parts though, this tiny little leg that I've got hanging over this cut up battle droid here. That was a blast to paint. This is my other entry, the Lord of Blights for the Crimson Challenger category for the Crimson Brush painting competition. Now this was a new category that I came up with the idea for everyone to have the same canvas going in, and I picked the Lord of Blights miniature as it's just one of those cool ass minis from Games Workshop. So yeah, the whole point was everybody had the Lord of Blights mini, everyone had to paint it, base it however you want, as if it was for a single miniature for like a Golden Demon type competition. And here's mine. I tried some things on it that I have not tried before. It's the first mini I've ever kit bashed, and by kit bashed, not a lot. I changed his weapon here, and then I also added some candles up here and some heads on his weapon off the sort of like halberd, spear, pike thing, whatever we want to call it. And then I tried a snow texture paste for the first time, because I've not done snow since like 2019 with this old stuff that I had, and it was alright. Probably not ruined the model a little bit, but definitely changed how I view it, put it that way. But that is the only other thing that I have for the competition that I wanted to show off. So I'm happy with the model in the end. First sort of serious model, like display quality that I tried to paint in a good 9 months. So I was happy with how he turned out in the end. Since this has all been going on too, I've been working on a couple of other projects. Since I've been playing Shatterpoint now, the bite and desire to paint some non-Star Wars stuff kind of came back, and I've been focusing on an old display piece that I'd been working on for a little while. This here is a little sort of halfling hobbit sculpted by Lucas Pina. I've just loved this model for a long time, so I've been working on this guy for the last couple of weeks. Actually, a lot longer. I started him in 2025 and then put him down, and I am planning to finish him in 2026. But yeah, just trying to get the texture right and the vibe and the colors and everything. It's been fun. Right now I'm struggling like crazy on his backpack, which is here. He's got this glass potion vial bottle, which is doing my head in. But we're getting there. We're closer than where we were a year ago. And one other mini that I'm working on, which is an atrocious mini. This is Captain Condiment. This is for a fun little challenge with my painting friends. So, yeah, this guy will never see the light of day in anything else other than this little challenge with my friends, but he's horrid. That's the main things I've been working on this last couple of weeks since the new year started, and it's been a lot of fun. But this model here is one model I actually have to say goodbye to now. This is the first miniature that I won or diorama, I guess you could say. It's the first project that I won a gold in Masters for at the Crimson Brush back in 2023. So 3 years ago now. This model, a friend purchased off me. I've had it sitting in my house for a couple of years. This Crimson, he'll be getting his model now. It's weird saying goodbye to a model like this, something that I spent a lot of time with, that I spent a lot of effort on, but it's also quite sentimental to me as well. I'm a weird guy, and I tend to not like selling my projects or my artwork. I probably am a bit of a hoarder and a bit of a collector, and even collecting my own stuff, there's something very satisfying for me about the hobbies that I do, where I can look back over the years and see everything that I've painted. They are kind of markers in the journey of where I came from. And I don't do this to make money or to sell projects or to even get, some sort of recognition as an artist or anything. I do it because I really enjoy the process. And then the reward is getting these checkpoints for every step of the way. But a dear friend has purchased this and picked it up from me. And sometimes I do like to let my friends have pieces of my art. So goodbye to my dragon killed by a dwarf. Beautiful model to paint. I tried incredibly hard on this, incredibly hard, and it's just one of those ones that worked out in the end. I was in contention for Best in Show with it as well that year, so that was kind of cool. The closest I've come. But yeah, the next video you'll see me in will probably be my Crimson Brush vlog, which Bunny and I have a lot of exciting stuff going on there. Mainly her. I'm just the chauffeur and having fun. But I hope you had a safe and happy New Year, friends, and I will see you in the next video, which will probably be a Crimson update unless something happens before then. Anyway, subscribe if you want to. Happy 2026, friends. See you in the next video.